Welcome back to Internet Crimes and Cyber Security program. Earlier two sessions, we have discussed about different modus operandi, how the crime is being perpetrated, what type of cyber crimes are being committed. Though we have discussed basic information, but that information was in detail. Three sessions from now on, we will be discussing about different modus operandi cracking, how the police force is able to crack such criminals, how they reach, how to reach the crime scene, and how to reach the person who is moving around entire India, maybe in the world. So these are all the things which we will be discussing about the investigation in the investigation process. What is a difficult part in investigation? Earlier sessions we have discussed. The difficult part is crime scene is not in his jurisdiction, it is somewhere in the country or maybe in the world. How to reach? So every internet crime, when it is being perpetrated either through mobile technology or through internet technology, each communication will be connected with one packet containing the origin information in the form of IP address or in the form of mobile number. The entire structure depends on IP address and the mobile number for discussions. So, as everybody knows, if somebody calls us, the number will be visible. We will try to identify that number on whose name it is recorded, on whose name it is registered, and on whose name it is being used. That is first part of mobile phone related investigation. Once we get the call detail records, that means whether that phone is calling to whom and what are the number of other calls which is receiving, and from where it is being communicated, which tower it is latched to. All such inputs can be obtained from mobile service provider. If we take Indian cyberspace, even the call originates from abroad. That call also will land in our trunk, and from there it will be diverted to our mobile phone. Once it is long distance call also from abroad, the call will be brought to India by few agencies. Generally, we call them as long distance call carriers. These carriers will have to bring that to India, and it has to be diverted to a particular mobile number or a landline number. Entire footprint will be available online. That footprint cannot be accessed just like that by police officers. They have to depend on all the mobile service providers, all the phone service providers. We have to seek their cooperation. We have to issue notices under law and get the information from them. That is one part of mobile investigation. Second part of the mobile investigation is the crime investigation is through internet. Somebody sends information through webmail services, social media services, website services. All this information will go to the concerned server, and from that server it will be communicated to individual, and every communication will be connected with one IP address of the origin. Email is sent, that will go to webmail service provider. From that webmail services to the receiver's webmail service provider. From there to the concerned computer where the individual opens the inbox. The entire channel, everywhere, this IP address will be traveling with the communication packet. In this packet, The issue is this, like in our mobile phones, we will be able to see the number from where it is originated. Whereas in case of IP address will not be shared by webmail service providers to the individuals. So if my brother communicates to me through email ID, I will be only seeing the email ID alone in my inbox, not the IP address of the origin. Then who can see? The webmail service provider, whoever is providing, he will keep that IP address with the webmail service provider's server. Whenever police gives the instruction through the BNSS notice, then they will respond and they give us the IP address. Most of the popular webmail service providers, they do respond for the investigation process through official channel. They don't respond just like that. Through official notices only they respond. Collecting the IP address is not easy at all. Many service providers, I don't want to name here because that is being used by the criminals. Such web service providers, they are not providing IP address. But most of the popular email ID, whoever is using that email ID, that IP address is being communicated properly. What the next? How to work on it? Those things we will be discussing in future slides. If you see this particular slide, we have in India more than 700 internet service providers. We have lot of payment gateways. We have lot of wallet services. We have lot of bank nodal officers. We have lot of mobile service providers. All these together will become our cyberspace. In our cyberspace, they are bound to give the information to the investigating officials. Once it is not in our cyberspace, it is in some other country's cyberspace, they are not bound to give the information. But if their services to be used in India, they have to accept the law of the land. Thereby, lot of information is being shared to us, but it is not in real time. We have to give notice and they have to respond. It will take few months, few days, few hours, depending on the service contract with the government of India. So we have lot of activity going on online. If it is a surface web, in the cyberspace, there is a term called surface web where all of us are using few browsers like Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, any browser, Safari, UC browser. These browsers are giving the advantage of accessing the surface web. If it is in the surface web, the communication or crime happens in the surface web, we can reach out to the origin. If the crime or communication happens in the deep web, not surface web, then the origin IP address will be covered with multiple VPN addresses. Thereby, we will not be able to reach the origin. Surface web, any communication can be possible to reach in particular location. In case of deep web or darknet, the origin IP address is not that easy to access. In case of surface web, if in India, all the police of different states, if they are cooperating with each other, then we can reach out to any criminal in case of surface web. In case of dark web, issue is if the concerned countries are connected with that particular communication, then we can investigate. Otherwise, it is not possible to investigate deep web or darknet investigations. Except if by either mutual agreements with country to country or one-time agreements for investigating terror-related operations, these agencies from multiple countries, they support each other. In such cases, deep web or darknet investigations are possible. Otherwise, darknet investigations for normal routine cases not possible. The entire investigation process by police officer depends on these two issues, whether it is surface web or it is a dark web. Surface web, there is a different protocol. Dark web, there is a different protocol. Generally, whenever we ask for call detail records of any mobile number, they provide information like this particular slide, where calling number will be there, called number will be there, date will be there, what date it is communicated, what time it is communicated, how much of duration they spoke, which tower location the mobile phone was at the time of origin of call, and where it is ending, the tower location information, what call is that, is it outgoing call or incoming text or outgoing text, all the information. The IMEI number of the mobile phone, the instrument has, every instrument will have one unique code, the fingerprint of the instrument, that is IMEI number. What is that IMEI number? Each SIM card will have one number. The number which you dial is mobile number, but SIM card as a product, it will have one number that is called IMSI number. That number will be available with the call detail records. Each service provider of the mobile phone SIM cards, they will keep that record, so that SIM card is cloned by some other system, then they can easily identify whether it is same IMSI number or different IMSI number. And what type of plan, it is a postpaid or prepaid. Next is from the tower, what direction the phone is there. Tower can take the 360 degrees angle communication. So we can get the information from the tower, whether it is in the north side or east side or west side or south side, which location the person is available, with that mobile phone is available. All that information will be received by the police officers whenever we give a notice to the mobile service providers to provide the call detail records. Record doesn't mean, many people are having the idea, all the mobile call communication will be recorded. No. Unless specifically requested by the police through a proper channel, the call data, the communication, what we both are speaking, that will not be recorded. The text message will not be recorded automatically. They only record with a proper direction which is to be approved by the government. Every process they have to see, and then only allow us to record the communication. Like people's myth is everybody's call is recorded. Police can just record everybody's call, their privacy at stake. No, it is not possible that way. But call data definitely is available for police. Whenever we issue notice, automatically they will send the content. Whenever a crime is happening, let us say kidnap case, if call has come from some location, immediately police can get the call detail records of that particular number. They can identify which location the call is originated. So these are all the systems which we use for investigation through mobile phones. In this same structure, we can get SMSs from which company SMS has come, which maybe Uber, Ola type of thing, SMSs do come. some courier agency SMSs do come. So all those SMSs origin also we identify, thereby we can even identify their locations. Just like that, in the earlier slide, what I have shown is the clear number details I have not given, so that somebody's privacy is at stake. Here also I have concealed some of the numbers of calling number and call numbers for which we were investigating in a case. So here with this number, they called this number, which is outgoing call. At 7:40 they called and 30 seconds they have spoken. The phone number of this particular calling number IMEI is this. Their IMSI number is this. And cell 1 is the location of the person who is calling someone. This location is in coded form. We have data available with us whether this code belongs to which location of either in India, in Andhra Pradesh, in Telangana, like that, we will be able to identify the physical location of the tower based on this cell 1. We want to see every data. Then we will segregate this cell 1 data with the available database. This is the database. This is the cell ID number, that is the tower location number, will be available in call detail records. We convert that into the human readable form address of that particular tower. The latitude and longitude of particular tower. The azimuth, as I was telling you, which direction of that particular phone is available to that particular corresponding tower location. So, if it is in 0 direction, means exactly to the north that phone is available. 180 means exactly south it is available. 270 means towards west side it is available. Like that we will try to identify direction of the mobile phone towards that tower. First thing is we will get the CDR, then we will collect the tower location information. Then we convert that into a physical location. Then we connect information of azimuth to which direction that particular phone is available. This is the process, the investigation we undertake. Once we incorporate the tower locations inside the call detail records, the tower locations is like this. We will be able to see the tower locations, which location they are in. Apart from that, if that number belongs to, let us say, betting crime, so first person who is betting will have some few people who are their agents. They will be connected with a few punters, bettors, and all that input can be obtained from one CDR to next level CDR, to next level CDR, to next level CDR. Like that we can give the complete link analysis. Who are all the people who are betting in that particular activity? So one phone number out of this can give us information related to a particular main kingpin who is conducting that betting. If it is in the normal mobile phone activity. We also can identify based on the tower movement, cell 1 movement, his path. Somebody is calling someone and going in a particular direction in a city. So all the towers he is connected with will be identified and path can be identified which direction they have moved. If by any case his GPS is on, further pinpointed locations also we can reach out to the crime. This is the process they adapt in the investigation. Telling is easy to you. Just like that I can tell the case. But it is not that easy in real time. The police officer, once he gets the information, everywhere there will be hurdle. He may switch off his phone. He may not communicate with the same phone again. He may throw the phone away. He may throw the SIM card away and replace another SIM card. Several things criminals they do. So all these things we keep in mind and further investigation we carry out. In this analysis also, if multiple groups are there, single group we can identify, multiple groups we can identify, drug syndicates, betting syndicates, loan app syndicates, many such organized crime syndicates, prostitution, many such syndicates can be identified. Who are all the people who are connecting to which kingpin? Multiple kingpins versus one single kingpin. All that information can be identified in a group call analysis. The mobile phone investigations relatively easy than IP address based investigations. Mobile phone investigation difficult part is physical mobile phone location, except in one or two cases we can't identify. We only can identify tower locations. Tower location will have 500 meters jurisdiction to 16 kilometer jurisdiction surrounding that particular tower. So, depending on the direction of the mobile phone, we will have to move from 500 meters to 16 kilometers direction. In that area, that mobile phone will be available. Such is the big difficult task. In some situations, we get the physical location of the mobile phone. In very rarely that is possible. In such situations, we can pinpointedly go to a mobile phone location 3 meters this way, that way. Whereas in case of IP address where internet communication is there, like somebody is calling through WhatsApp, or somebody is calling through Viber, somebody is calling through some online web crazy call type of web callings, net to phone we call. If such calls are there, we have to identify not with the phone number but with the IP address which is originated. IP addresses, different processors are there. There is one IP address which is called a dynamic IP address. That means if you access internet, one IP address will be there. You shut down your internet and then again restart your browser, again new IP address comes. For the same equipment, every day multiple IP addresses are given. Whenever I access internet through connecting my modem and initiating my modem, every time the IP address changes. That is called dynamic IP. Apart from that, there is a term called private IP. If you go to a hotel, public will call the receptionist. Receptionist will give connection to your room intercom. Same way, the private IP works. Up to our router, the public IP comes. Inside the house, if I have 10 different gadgets, all the 10 different gadgets from the router, there will be a private IP. Similarly in colleges, similarly in locations where we access hotspots. So main IP address is called public IP, that will be reached. From there it will be distributed to different gadgets, different users through private IP system. This private IP system originates with these numbers. For investigating officer, he can reach only up to public IP where the router is available. If in my college, let us say, 100 computers are available. If someone uses a mail, abusive mail to somebody else, during the investigation process, we can only reach up to college server from where this is distributed through private IPs. Up to this level only we can come. Out of these 100 computers, which computer is sending such false mails? To investigate that, there is a difficult process. If your server is able to provide that information, further investigation can be done. But most of the servers, they don't maintain that log. In such cases, all the 100 computers have to do the forensic analysis, identify which computer is used to generate that mail. It is difficult process. So private IP, in some cases, IP natting is also being done. Like up to one location, the internet service provider will send the Wi-Fi signal. There, the multiple people, private people, will be given the private IP connectivity. Thereby, we connect up to that particular public IP address only. From there, thousands of people might have accessed that particular spot, Wi-Fi spot. Not easy to reach them at all. If you see this, up to router we will be able to reach legal IP address 215.37.32.203. Up to this router we can come. From here, all these computers are connected with private IP. So difficult to reach. Then what we do is, we'll get the IPDR. IPDR. Once that IPDR is brought from the internet service provider, we will get the information related to all the private IPs connected to that particular public IP. So one public IP and 1000 private IPs. Now, with this IPDR, Internet Protocol Detailed Records, IPDR means. These IPs, we have to first verify what is the destination port to which they are connected to. Like, somebody may be using for WhatsApp, somebody may be using for Facebook, somebody may be using for Instagram, somebody may be using the net for Telegram. Like that they will be. My investigation related to, let us say, Facebook. Then I have to identify the destination port out of these 1000 people. Who are all the people at that particular moment of message used Facebook? Let us say out of 1000 people, 100 people are using Facebook at that particular point in time. All the 100 people will be my targets. Then further I have to work out who have the connectivity, who are all the people who are having the reasonable, reliable credentials. All that I have to eliminate and start working on doubtful IP addresses, maybe 5, 6, 10. Then from there I have to pick it up. So IP natting is a nightmare for police department to identify who could have done what. And it has to be corroborated with several other WhatsApp related numbers, several other Facebook related activities. Lot of activity has to be done in the IPDR analysis. Similarly, if I want to see the IP address of an individual mail, as I told you earlier, IP address will not be sent by the webmail service provider. They will keep it. But meanwhile, first to establish, if somebody has sent one mail ID, with one mail ID, some abusive mails to a victim, we cannot just like that believe that this mail ID has sent it. because that mail ID need not be a genuine mail ID. With anybody's mail ID, anybody can transmit the messages. You may be wondering, without password, how can they do? Yes, criminals, they can use different methods to spoof the mail ID. So, husband's mail ID is used by third party and send one abusive mail ID to wife. That is possible. But to investigate it, what we have to do is we have to take the full header of the victim inbox mail. In that, the full header will be seen like this, full header will be visible like this. To access the full header, in the right hand corner of the inbox mail, there will be 3 dots. If you click that dot, you may find view source, view original like the Windows. Once you click it, you will find this type of full header. Once you get the full header, there are online tools, plenty of mailbox analysis tools are available. If you run that, they will easily can identify whether the mail ID which is used is a spoofed mail ID or a genuine mail ID. If it is a genuine mail ID, then the husband is responsible for communicating. But if it is a spoofed mail ID, we have to further investigate with that particular information. We have to do further investigations in a different track and then work out. If it is husband's mail ID, then it has to be returned to the web service provider to get the all IP addresses coming to them, so that those IP addresses will be seen, and whether that IP addresses of for the last 6 months data, husband's IP addresses are available or not will be seen to fix whether husband is the real person who has sent it or somebody else also sent it. If somebody knows about husband's password, they also may send. So that also can be investigated. So mail ID investigation blindly should not be believed that the same mail ID is the cause for that agony. Whenever we issue notices, we make it a point to collect all the details of registration time, whatever details they have provided, registration time, what IP address was there, and also multiple IP addresses through which whenever we access all our social media, they keep a record of multiple access of my social media connectivity. Like in this particular case, if somebody is Facebook to be identified, we will issue notice to the Facebook what are all the IP addresses from where this particular Facebook is originated. Quickly we will get the information. Based on that, we can further investigate whether they have sent the mail message or posted some abusive content. All these things can be informed. Once we issue notice to web service providers, social media service providers, in this particular case yahoo.com, they respond. Once in this particular case State Bank of Hyderabad will issue notice, they will give the information related to that particular account, and when they give the information, they give information like this: login name, some fake name he has generated, but one recover mail he has given genuinely, some phone numbers he has given genuinely. Like that, based on this content, we will be able to further crack who could be the person who has created that fake mail ID. Facebook will send data like this. Once we identify the IP address of the Facebook or any other like this 117.201.219.221, Then we issue notice if it belongs to base vendor. We issue notice to which address it is. Then they will give the address, that IP address on that day, at that moment, which address computer or mobile phone accessed the internet. That will be informed. So this address will go. We will verify whether any Wi-Fi router is available. Once the Wi-Fi router is there, then we may identify how many gadgets are connected. If all the gadgets available in that house are not responsible for sending such mail, then we have to search for the nearby people who are regularly connecting this server. So that is a different investigation. We have to run several command prompts in the victim's computer and then try to identify how many other gadgets are connected to the same router. That's why we tell everybody to keep their router password regularly safe, change frequently. Like this, we have to further investigate. We will now discuss about several other things, not only generally the web service providers, other agencies also, they do send us the IP addresses. If somebody posts some porn content in any porn sites, most of the porn site owners, if without consent, somebody's consent, they have posted up online, then they immediately send the information about the IP address on our notices. So once IP address is given, that IP address will be sent to concerned agency to get the information of that IP address physical location. So many cases we have handled. We will stop at this stage. We have completed the first module of investigation. Next session also we will continue to talk on the same module for another half an hour. Thank you.